Child stars you didn't realize are married now.
Back in her Disney days, Bridget Mendler played the lead role of Teddy Duncan in Good Luck Charlie. Years later, she set her eye-dose to longtime boyfriend Griffin Cleverly in 2019. The wedding was a sweet intimate ceremony on a beach at sunset attended by loved ones including her Good Luck Charlie family who showed up to celebrate the special day. The lovebirds kept the entire ceremony private and posted only one photo of the celebration. Known for her appearance in several Disney shows including Jessie and The Sweet Life on Dak, Debbie Ryan also recently got married to none other than 21 Pilots drummer Josh Dun. The two got engaged in 2018 and tied the knot in a secret wedding on New Year's Eve in 2019. The couple managed to pull off a secret wedding seeing as fans didn't even know that they'd gotten hitched until that March when they shared the news. Most of us grew up watching Jason Earles playing Miley's brother in Hannah Montana. In 2017, he married his fiancée Katie Dreisen in a lovely private ceremony in California. Initially, their relationship was an online affair, but after they met for the first time, Jason knew he'd met the girl of his dreams. A few of his Disney co-stars including Emily Osment, Leo Howard, Moises Arias, and Mitchell Musso also attended the wedding, which made the photos look sort of like a Disney Channel reunion. It seems like not so long ago we watched David Henry aka Justin Russo play the smartest sibling in Wizards of Waverly Place. Nowadays, he's a dad to 3 kids and husband to former Miss Delaware Maria Cahill. The two tied the knot in a glamorous affair in California attended by close friends and family. His on-screen wizarding family, including Selena Gomez, also attended the ceremony and even sat at the same table at the reception. Back in the 2000s and 2010s, you couldn't tune into Disney without seeing Raven-Symoné in at least one show, seeing as she spent most of her childhood and teen years on sets. All grown up now, she and social media manager Miranda Pierman tied the knot in June 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. The ceremony was a private affair without any fanfare and lasted only an hour. The two are still very happily married and look forward to making their family bigger. The 2000s were very successful years for the Jonas Brothers, especially since teen girls everywhere couldn't get enough of them. A decade later, all 3 are married and with little Jonases of their own to raise. Kevin, being the first to leave the single life behind, wed his wife Danielle Jonas in 2009 in a castle in Long Island, New York. They're both parents to 2 beautiful daughters. Next was Nick, who married actress Priyanka Chopra in 2018 in 3 lavish ceremonies. They welcomed a baby girl in 2022. Then came Joe, who went all out to marry Sophie Turner in 2019 with 2 ceremonies, one in Vegas and the other in France. They're also parents to 2 beautiful daughters.
Back in her Nickelodeon days, Liz Gillies played Tori's nemesis Jade West in the hit show Victorious. Surprisingly, that's where she also met her husband, Michael Corcoran, who was one of the show's producers and a whole 20 years her senior. By the time she landed the leading role of Fallon Carrington in the CW series Dynasty years later, they were already dating. He proposed to her the day they closed on their new house in Atlanta, 6 years into the relationship. The couple then got married in New Orleans in August 2020 in a small intimate ceremony of 10 guests. Nathan Kress spent the better part of his teen years portraying the character of Carly's neighbor and tech producer, Freddie Benson. Now, almost a decade later, he is married with a family of his own. He met his wife, London Elise Moore, in 2014 when they both worked on the film Into the Storm, and after 9 months of dating, he popped the question. He proposed to her in May 2015 at the Angeles National Forest, and immediately after, she took to Instagram to announce the happy news to overjoyed fans. The wedding was held that November with fellow co-stars, Miranda Cosgrove, Jeanette McCurdy, and Jerry Trainor in attendance. The two are currently parents to 2 daughters aged 5 and 2. It has been over a decade now since Jamie Lynn Spears made headlines for her surprise teen pregnancy back when she was the lead character in Zoey 101. Despite all the negative publicity she and her family have had to endure over the years, she's been lucky enough to find love. She and her husband, Jamie Watson, met in 2010 after her split from her ex-fiancé and dad to her firstborn, Casey Aldridge. The two dated on and off for the better part of 2 years until their engagement in 2013. They then tied the knot in March 2014 and 4 years later welcomed their first child together, a daughter named Ivy Joan Watson. Josh Peck portrayed one half of the protagonists of the show Drake and Josh. Though not much is known about how they met, Josh and his wife Paige O'Brien met sometime around 2011. Being a romantic guy, he proposed to her in the City of Love, Paris, and she shared the news on Instagram in a pic in front of the Eiffel Tower showcasing her diamond ring. Their wedding was a beautiful affair held in June 2017 in Malibu and was attended by friends and family. The couple are now proud parents to 2 sons. Carlos Pena Vega and his wife Alexa Pena Vega both happen to be former child actors. They met at a Bible study in LA after Alexa's divorce, and despite swearing off both actors and musicians, she fell for Carlos, who just happened to be both. They got engaged in September 2013 and got hitched the following year in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Proving just how much they love each other, they combined both their surnames to form Pena Vega, which they both adopted officially. The two currently live in Hawaii and are parents to 2 boys and a girl. Megan Martin rose to fame playing the camp's resident diva in the Camp Rock films. She met and became friends with fellow actor Ollie Higginson sometime in the 2010s, and they soon began dating. The pair then got engaged in May 2016 and tied the knot that September in a ceremony held at Cannizzaro House in his hometown of Wimbledon. She then relocated to London, where she and her partner both work in theater. Early this year, she starred in the play Smoke. Back in her Disney days, Monique Coleman played Gabriella's school friend Taylor McKessie in the High School Musical films. Although we don't know much about how she and Walter Jordan met, they got married in 2012. The ceremony was held on Valentine's Day on the Koh Samui island of Thailand. They kept their relationship pretty private, but unfortunately, after a decade together, they divorced in 2022. We first got to know Allison Ashley Arm while watching the Disney series Sunny with a Chance, where she played the role of Zora Lancaster. She, like many other actresses, met her husband, Dylan Riley Cinder, on set while both were still teenagers. He was an actor on Kickin' It while she was on So Random. They began dating in December 2014 and after 4 years together got engaged in January 2019. The wedding ceremony was held on a boat in Malibu before heading to a different location for the reception, which was attended by friends, family, and their former co-stars. Sabrina Bryan gained popularity back in the day as a member of the popular band, the Cheetah Girls, together with Raven Simone, Adrienne Bailon, and Keely Williams. After the group disbanded, she continued acting and singing and along the way met her husband, Jordan Lundberg. The couple got engaged while vacationing in Ireland in August 2017 and got hitched the following year. The ceremony was held in Las Vegas with former bandmate Keely Williams attending as one of the maids. The couple are currently parents to 2 beautiful children. Robbie Amell played Keke Palmer's love interest in the Nickelodeon show True Jackson VP. He met, fell in love, and wed fellow actor Italia Ricci, best known for her role as Emily Rhodes in the ABC series Designated Survivor. The pair began dating in 2008 and became engaged shortly after their 6-year anniversary in 2014. They then tied the knot in a romantic ceremony in LA attended by friends and family. Italia didn't fail to update her fans as she posted the photos of the ceremony to her Instagram, where she received lots of congratulatory messages. The couple welcomed their first child in September 2019. When High School Musical alum Ashley Tisdale and musician Christopher French met through a mutual friend in 2012, they each knew that they'd found the one. 8 short months later, they were engaged, and less than a year after that stood at an altar in Santa Barbara and said their I dos. And while some expected the marriage not to last based on the short relationship, the couple is still going strong and are almost celebrating their 10-year anniversary. Additionally, they welcomed a baby girl in March 2021 named Jupiter. Daryl Sabera is best known for playing the role of Junie Cortez in the Spy Kids films, in addition to appearing in some Disney shows, like Wizards of Waverly Place. Nowadays, however, he is also known for being husband to popular musician Meghan Trainor. The pair met back in 2014, but it wasn't until 2016 that they started dating after American actress Chloe Grace Moretz set them up on a date. 1.5 years later, he proposed to her on the eve of her 24th birthday, and they exchanged vows the following year on her 25th birthday. The couple then welcomed a son in 2021 and announced their second pregnancy in January this year.